Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nascar Melling Series. It's getting late in the year. It's been about 2 weeks in a row, I believe, off. In fact, the last time the series was on the track was all the way back in, yeah, it was at Rockingham. And Brian Wilson finally broke through and won. Now we're in the last month of the season. We're into November. Chick Corea holds the points lead by about a half a race over Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer is the only driver within a race. Several of other drivers are within two races, but they got to cut that down to within a race. They got to make up a lot of ground today on Chick Corea if they want a chance at winning the championship. Just be mathematically uh, in it going into the next race, which is, well, going into the season finale is what I mean. But anyway, this time we're at North Wilkesboro Speedway. I don't even know when's the last time the series ever was here, if they've ever been here. Who knows? I mean, I would assume so. Well, let's get to the starting lineup for this. The Doctor Sleep 250, Stephen King's new movie, lending its sponsoring services. Anthony Perkins, it's his second pole of the year. He's not doing too hot in points, though, even though he has a win. And Grover Cleveland, who is doing pretty good. Then there's David Dayton looking for a second win. He's alongside Emerald. David Dayton, fourth in points, could really use a big day. Starlight Glimmer and Wario in the next row, then the Stars, Patrick Starr and Ringo Starr. And Bones McCoy alongside Bob Dylan, who's last in points right now. He needs to pick it up, otherwise he might just be going down to the trucks regardless. Yes, that was. And John Goodman, Franklin Clinton, both doing alright, I guess. Jack Torrance and Amelia Earhart. Then the Fonz next year points leader, Chick Corea. Stephen King will line up next to Sammy Hagar. And Wee Man will line up next to Robbie Krieger. Count Dracula was points leader at one point. He's going to try and get some points back. Winston Churchill. And Jason Leffler next to Ward Gordon. There's Logan Cloud. He's next to Haywood Banks. And Jerry Springer's all the way back in 27th. He starts 11 spots behind Chick Corea, but at least he's on the inside and not on the outside like Chick Corea. He's going to line up next to Phoenix Wright, who might be going down to Melling. The trucks as well. And then Alan Rickman and Jim Kirk round out row 15. John Cleese next to Amy Schumer. I believe she is. No, that's right. Kamikaze Games was a win as a rookie. Bob Dylan actually. Starlight Glimmer. Actually, only Phoenix Wright and Rod Stewart, I believe, are the only rookies who haven't won this year. And he's starting next John Cleese. I don't know if I said that. Knuckles, not having the greatest of seasons. Starting next to Sylvester Stallone. Brian Wilson, the winner last time out, will start next to Scatman Crothers. Just having a terrible season. He's probably not going to be returning to that 21. Vivian James is retiring, and Rod Stewart. Rounding out the field, Bob Seger, who really needs to pick it up as well. And Kamikaze Games.
Drivers, start your engines!
The field is set. The engines are fired 40 stock cars taking to the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway. And that funky, whatchamacallit. That is a whatchamacallit, very much. The entire field looking fine. Funky flag stand. The field in the hands of Anthony Perkins. Green flag is out and we are racing here at North Wilkesboro. 2 races left in the season. Perkins, Grover Cleveland hanging tight on the outside and is going to take the lead even if it's just momentarily. But no, he is cleared off the corner. The 3 wide towards the back. Perkins in the second. David Dayton third. Starlight Glimmer trying to fight off Emerald for fourth. Perkins would like to get that lead back that he hadn't had in the first place. He is the fastest car on the track, but Grover Cleveland is the second fastest. Chick Corea is down to 17th and Jerry Springer's up to 25th at the line. Corea still stuck on the outside. Jerry Springer on the inside. He's up to 24th. Let's go swing along, as you can see. There's Jerry Springer. But is there a little bit of a gap here for Chick Corea to slot in? Maybe. But it's shrinking. He's getting past. Oh! Car's getting a little squirrely here. Now Ward Gordon checking up. We'll slide to the outside. Now he's back to the inside. Logan Cloud going high. Very interesting. Now Ward Gordon looking low. Chick Corea's looking to get by Ward Gordon. And he may just get there. No, Ward Gordon gonna dive to the inside. Now Logan Cloud is gonna try and have a crack at him. And right behind Cloud is Jerry Springer. But Cloud couldn't get to the inside of Chick Corea. Figures that would be Cloud to ruin things for Jerry Springer. Meanwhile, Starlight Glimmer sliding up a bit. Emerald looking to take some wax. Dracula got by a few, but he needs to get up. Maybe David Dayton, depending on if 213. David Dayton might be in position, put himself in position to run for a championship. We saw a hectic race yesterday with huge championship implications as Jerry Springer, interestingly enough, Chick Corea just ran his fastest lap of the race. Now he just ran his again, and Logan Cloud did his. Cloud trying to pass Chick Corea on the outside. But he could get caught up. Jerry Springer's going to try and have a crack at him. Very interesting. Springer appears to have cleared, but Cloud is going to try and put his Intrepid. Now, it should be pointed out that, at least in both Cup and Melling, there's different models are allowed. A lot of these drivers do, I think all of the Melling drivers do drive Intrepids. I believe it's pretty much the same. I think the only differing model is Ward Gordon, who drives a Lumina as opposed to the Monte Carlos that everybody else runs. Jerry Springer has got to start working on that 27. But Chick Corea wants to put some breathing room in and try to extend his points lead, so he's going after Franklin Clinton. Clinton slides up a little bit, but he's going to arc it in. Is that going to help Springer? Springer closed in. Someone almost sounded down a cylinder. Springer once again trying to take a look at Chick Corea. Oh, Corea's able, but Springer is right there. And so is Alan Rickman. Is he going to play a factor into this? Corea swings wide, but there was a bad corner exit for Springer as opposed to Chick Corea. Meanwhile, a little bit farther up, Wee Man looking to have a crack at Bob Dylan. David Dayton reeling in Anthony Perkins. Several drivers being irrelevant. Towards the back. Logan Cloud just could have been fighting for a top 5 spot points if things gone better. At least a top 10. Points is worth 20th place is worth about 100. Oh! Wario, what are you doing, Wario? Just freaking problems in mid-corner. Oh, and he's gonna hold up Jerry Springer. Oh, Jerry Springer luckily doesn't lose any spots at the moment, but did lose some track position. Well, that's not good for David Dayton. Third, that's worth 165 points as opposed to the... Well, that's 19. How much is 19th worth? 106. That's not quite enough. David Dayton would need... I would say he's about, like, what? 10 to 20 points short. Just to even get in, you'd need... Because he's 213 back. So you need to get to... Probably... Let's say 141. So that'd be 72 points. 65 versus 106 is 59. So he'd be 13 points short. Maybe 12 points if you bank on him winning this race and the next race. Mathematically, that could work. So basically, he'd need Chick Corea to be running in 24th, actually. Oh, they're 3 wide ahead of him, and there is the lapped car of Wario. Jerry Springer really thought about making a dive, but with Wario there, he was Whoa! Jerry Springer got really loose off the corner. Oh, and he's gonna nearly spin Wario. Wario is gonna be the... Could be in the middle. No, he's not. This is gonna allow Chick Corea to work on getting by Franklin Clinton. Now Knuckles getting up in here. And Chick Corea making a move. Now, it was because... Yeah, nobody else. Wario was in 5th in points, so that likely ends his championship hopes. Grover Cleveland would need to lose. Also need Chick Corea to lose about like 20 to 30 points. But he has driven away completely. David Dayton hounding Anthony Perkins. And Anthony Perkins does not have any stake in the championship, how it turns out, I don't think. No, because he's 29th. David Dayton is 4th. Jerry Springer has caught up a little to Chick Corea, but Knuckles is hounding him. Another driver not mathematically in contention any longer. Going into the day, there was 12 drivers. They're pitting already. Oh, and this is before halfway. The undercut. Jerry Springer's going to try the undercut, and this will mean David Dayton will lead this lap. He's going to come down. They're pitting before halfway, which is interesting. Now Emerald will lead. We're going to pan onto the cameras and watch our drivers as we had Mayhem and Bedlam in pit road. So Emerald is a leader. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, contact. And Wilson in Ward Gordon, and Franklin Clinton and Bob Dylan got together. Oh, don't remember. Starlight Glimmer's gonna jump David Dayton. David Dayton just sitting on pit road. That's not good. That's valuable spots he just lost. You also got to be careful. Drivers merging back onto the track. There's an easy way for accidents to happen. We look clear so far, though. Jerry Springer has gotten ahead of Chick Corea. Grover Cleveland cycles out as a leader. Starlight Glimmer in the 2nd place, but everything is shaken up. David Dayton down to 11th. That just might have taken him out of championship running. However, Count Dracula's in 10th. That's at least 36 points up. No, that's not 36, actually. 46, 42, 38. It's 134 versus 100. It's 34 points. On 189 puts you at 155. Count Dracula now needs another few spots. If he can pass 4 cars, he's back in the championship hunt. I think Chick Corea also gets passed by 4 cars. Logan Cloud up there. Wario still 40th after all this. Maybe he's got enough to stop as well. Who knows? Or maybe he just sat on pit road for that long. Point is, he's probably out of contention. David Dayton trying to track down Count Dracula. They should really do is try and work together to get by these guys in front of them. But it's a big lead for Grover Cleveland. Over 2 seconds over second place Starlight Glimmer. Ringo Starr actually having a good day. Dodge is looking pretty good here. Cleveland almost on the cusp of Jason Leffler. Now, so he continues. No, he's not putting more ground on. It's going to be interesting. Logan Cloud trying to get by the 27. It's not looking too good for that right now, though. So we switch to the second camera. Weird. Why are we looking at Amelia Earhart? Because I feel like it is. Wee Man is falling a little bit. Ringo looking for a 4th, it looks like, on Emerald. Field pretty much single file now. Very calm for a short track. I don't think many of these drivers were expecting a race like this. Anyway. Nothing really has changed. Grover Cleveland catching lap traffic. Starlight Glimmers in second. Hoping that this will hold up the 43 enough. Problem is, the 16 is really slow because he's going another lap down. It's not super off, but yeah. Winston Churchill's the slowest car, and he just ran his fastest lap race. Interesting. It's a long way back through the pack. Here's an interesting sight. Count Dracula on the rear of Jason Acuna. This is a course for position. This would be really interesting. Dracula honestly would be a long shot even if he just got mathematically in contention. But that means there's a chance. David Dayton is going to move him up the track. Well, this is interesting. Now they're going to be side by side. This will allow Wee Man to get away. And Count Dracula is more likely to point. He's higher in points. He's trying to point himself in. Unless they're just trying to fight for third in points. Because Count Dracula he's 24 points to the good on David Date. That takes away. Now the gap would be 159. Here's an interesting thing. Jerry Springer would be knocking the gap down to 72. Well, at the line, he would have just grabbed another spot. The gap would be at 68. Springer's gonna try to put cars between him and Chick Corea. He wants to regain the points lead. As there goes Wario back down pit road. Now he could make it from here, but we don't know. Even before the pit stops, because he didn't pit. Caution is out. Vivian James in the wall hard. We're gonna go back in time. No! Goodness, no! Jerry Springer just slowed down and hooked him. Vivian James rolls. Oh, is this Jerry Springer's championship over? Oh, huge implications. Just like yesterday. A championship contender getting really taken out of race contention. Everybody coming down. Springer's likely going to be trapped. He's going to be trapped a lap down because of this. As the field will make their pit stops. These are going to be the money stops. And the fact that it's under yellow is going to be very interesting. Probably means we're not going to have as many drivers gain spots. Oh, a little contact it looks like between the 25 and the 43. 2 tires for most of the field. Grover Cleveland winning the race off. Oh, and depending on how hot Chick Corea could be locking it up. Depending on how far up in points he's going to end up being. Especially since, Jerry Springer's still sitting. He's being scored in 18th. 21st we know is worth 100 points. 18th is worth 106. With these, what do we say, 68? 68-point difference is what Chick Corea needs. 68 from 106. This is very interesting. Be 38. It wouldn't be enough to knock Jerry Springer out. Jerry Springer would be just a couple spots, because he'd be getting 46 points. He'd be in contention by like 8 points. or 7 points. Green flag is back out. We're underway. Jerry Springer is out of the race. He will finish 39th, which will only net him 46 points. Oh, I guess the way to look at it, yeah, 46 versus 106 is only a 60-point gain. Grover Cleveland was able to put Wario between himself and Starlight Glimmer. That is big. Eight. It's 18th. So we need to finish. Chick Corea would just need to finish 15th, I believe, to lock up the championship. But this would also depend on how many spots could say Dracula gain. But I think Chick Corea is in position to lock up the title. It's Dracula pretty much needs like 47 points. He needs a 47-point swing. Amy Schumer down on the apron. And Chick Corea is getting to the inside of drivers. That is not good. What is good is Count Dracula is up to 7th. That's 144 points. He needs like 10 more points now. It's getting close. 21. 21's 100. 19 is 106. Interesting. We'll need 16. 106 versus 146. Count Dracula trying to keep the championship alive. There's less than 10 to go. Trying to do math on the fly is interesting. $16th, I believe, is where Chick Corea needs to get to lock up the title. He's an 18th. He needs to pass 2 cars. Oh, but here comes Ward Gordon to the inside. Logan Cloud now, trying to get by. 5 to go at the line. Wario actually with pace. Starlight Glimmer trying to hold on to second. Chick Corea was trying to thwart the efforts of Logan Cloud to get by. Coming to 3 to go. Down to 20 if he's where he'll go. And perhaps even remain. Franklin Clinton trying to get to the inside. Clinton checks up. And now Chick Corea will go to the inside of Logan Cloud. Cloud with a big run will try to arc it in and chop it off. 2 to go. Stephen King pits. White flag is out. Grover Cleveland in cruise mode. Chick Corea not quite gonna wrap up the title, but it's gonna be really close. He'll pretty much just need to finish top 36 or something. Grover Cleveland wins. And Chick Corea is going to eliminate a slew of drivers. Everyone but Jerry Springer, who was looking good until that accident. Grover Cleveland, that's his third win of the year, I believe. Starlight Glimmer denied of her third win. Chick Corea didn't need to get his third win. Jerry Springer could have used that third win. You can see Vivian James is last, along with Jerry Springer. Stephen King, Amy Schumer, and Wario also finish off the lead lap, and that's going to be what hurts them. Crazy. Insane. Unbelievable. I can't believe that the championship basically all but over now. Exact opposite of the Truck Series, where we don't know who's going to win. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.